Hi, this is Sami again. My students always keep on asking me, what do you need math for? What do you use math for? And I always give them a different answer. Today, I'm going to ask my students, here's the question. It's the square root of 400 times 41 times 42 times 43 plus 1. Can you do this without using a calculator? So pause for a second. Try to do it without a calculator. Give me your answer. So I'm going to give you a minute, and then I'm going to go and do this on my virtual whiteboard and show you why math is so useful. Okay, so there you go. Go ahead and pause and do this. Hey, so I did this without a calculator, and this is the answer I got, 161,201. But now, let the fun begin. Okay. So I'm looking at this. The first thing I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna make 400 equal x. So I'm just gonna ignore the square root for a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead with the assumption that 400 equals x. So I'm gonna change this to 400 is x, and then 401 is just gonna be x plus 1, and 402 just x plus 2, and of course x plus 3 for the 403 plus 1. So now you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna multiply the x right into these brackets, and I'm gonna get x squared plus 3x. At the same time, I'm gonna FOIL these two brackets right here. And you know, if you FOIL these, you're gonna get x squared plus 3x plus 2. And we still have the plus 1 right there. The next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rewrite this as x squared plus 3x. But this one, what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna write it as x squared plus 3x. And since we know 1 plus 1 is 2, we could change this to plus 1 plus 1. And then we still have the plus 1 right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna FOIL this into here, but I'm just gonna FOIL it in this, and then the one on its own, and I'm gonna don't like FOIL it out, because then you're never gonna be able to get that answer. Then it's just gonna get more complicated than even this. But I'm just, you know, math is manipulation. So I'm just manipulating this, and we're gonna see where we're gonna go with this. So I'm gonna multiply all of this just in this x squared plus 3x plus 1. And when I do that, I'm gonna get the x squared plus 3x FOILed into the red stuff right here, which is x squared plus 3x plus 1. And then after that, I'm just gonna FOIL it into the 1 right here. So don't forget, we have that plus sign right here. And when you multiply this into this, you're just gonna get x squared plus 3x. And of course, you still have that 1 right there. So this is gonna be plus 1. I'm just gonna put brackets around this. Now, if you look at this, this here is the greatest common factor from the binomial. So the binomial, you have 2 terms right here. And I'm gonna factor out x squared plus 3x plus 1 by GCF, and then I'm gonna be left with this x squared plus 3x, and then this will just end up giving me 1. So now if you look at this, this is the same thing. So this could be expressed as x squared plus 3x plus 1 squared. But don't forget the square root that we didn't carry through, but now we're gonna bring the square root and put it right there. And I'm gonna take this right here. You know, the square root will cancel the square, and this will end up being x squared plus 3x plus 1. And you remember that we said we assume that the 400 equals x, so I'm just gonna now sub in the 400 right there, plus 3, and the x is 400 plus 1. 400 squared is gonna give me 160,000, plus 3 times 4 is 1200, plus 1. And if we add all this together, it's gonna give me 1200, oops. And 1, because 1200 plus 1 is 1201, plus 160,000 is gonna give me 161,201. And that's exactly the answer. So now you see, you don't need to use a calculator to do that, but I bet most of you will just do it on the calculator. But if you just want to know what you could do with math and what it's useful for, here, just say you don't have a calculator and you get a question like this, and there's no calculator around, your cell phone is not there to use a calculator on your cell phone. Now you could resort to this and be able to get the answer. So there you go. I mean, just so much fun, you know, doing stuff like this and making a very complicated thing like this, derive it, use algebra, factoring, greatest common factor, square root, a square, you cancel the square, and you get a simple formula that you could plug in your assumption that x equals 400 into that little equation and be able to get the answer without using a calculator. I hope you enjoyed this, because I did enjoy it, even though I did it. Also, as always, thank you for watching. Till next time, bye-bye.